All right.
Okay. Namaste. My name is Vicky Rawat. I am from the North India. My provincia, the state name is Uttarakhand, Gadwal. I have been worked all over the India, from the north and the south part of the India. I also worked in the Middle East, the Muscat, Oman country, and I have been in the Ecuador 20 months from.
Hello, great.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for the interview. And I don't know if you can talk to me a little bit about the culture and what about the vegetarian segment in India?
Okay. India is a very rich culture. In the India, around 6 or 7 religion right now. First is the Hindu, second the Sikh, and third is the Muslim also. The Christian people also is there, the Jain peoples and Buddha people also. Mostly the Hindu peoples, they don't eat the non-veg food, and also the Buddha and the Jain peoples, they don't eat the non-veg, and also those vegetables whose are grown in the inside the earth.
Okay,
they
that's
don't eat it.
mainly because of religion.
For example, the onions and the garlic, the potatoes, the carrots, they don't eat that.
All right.
The Buddhism and the Jain peoples only. The Hindu,
And there is a lot of this religion in India?
yeah. Hindu is the mostly in the India, maximum variety of the Hindus. Then Islamic also, the Muslim peoples, the Sikh peoples also, and the Jain peoples, the Buddha peoples also there.
All right.
And Catholic also there.
Of course. And I don't know if you were telling me also that you work in the hotels and restaurant industry. So can you tell me a little bit about this industry in India?
Yeah, I worked in the India, like the 5-star hotels, like the Hotel Server Portico, that's the biggest group of the India.
Yes.
And also in the ICAR groups, the hotel name is the Ibis and Novotel. I worked there, and I also worked in the small restaurant in the India.
Okay, great. What about the vegetarian food that they sell in there? Do they sell a lot of?
Yeah, in the India, I think 60% people like only the vegetarian food.
Okay.
And they love that. That's why you can find a lot of the variety of the Indian restaurant vegetarian restaurant in the India.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know maybe a specific brand of vegetarian products?
In the special product in the vegetarian.
Or is mainly like homemade or something like that?
No, both food are the different. The restaurant food is the different and the home food is the different. Restaurant food is the very professional. You can't cook that in the house. 70% food you can cook in the house, but 30% food is difficult. The gravies have a long process.
All right.
So that is possible only in the restaurant or in the hotels.
Okay, very good. What about the prices? How is the price of a vegetarian any dish in India?
In the India, the any vegetable main course, it goes around 200 Indian rupees. That will be equal to $3 in the US dollars.
All right, so 200 rupees, like how much?
200 rupees is equal to the $3.
$3. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's not very expensive.
Depend on which area you are eating the food, which restaurant have the categories.
Okay.
That can be start like the $3, $4. Some are selling also the $10. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question. If you're going to choose to buy a product, which characteristic do you think is the most important? The brand, the price, or the taste?
This depends, as my opinions, it depends all the things. First, I will go on the quality.
Okay.
Because money doesn't matter for us.
Of course.
Second is the status of the company, like the standard of that. And third comes the price.
All right. So the last characteristic would be the price.
Yeah, price will be the last, and it also depend on my recommendations and the personal observation about the food and the beverage, everything.
All right. Yeah. And where mostly you can find like vegetarian stuff? In supermarkets, or do you have mini markets or organic fairs?
In supermarkets, this trend is the down level right now. But only in the city you can find the big malls, big supermarkets. In the small cities and the towns and the village area, they have a mini market, the small shops.
Okay, so how often do you go like to a supermarket, and how often do you go like to a mini market?
There is a minimum 3 parts in the India. One is the major cities, metro cities. Second is the town. Third is the villages. In the metro city, people goes weekly.
All right.
Because they have the refrigerators and they have not much time to go on spend on the supermarkets.
All right.
And in the town, they can go by the 2 days, 3 days.
All right.
Because the mini markets are very nearby them. And in the village, depend on them. Maximum are growing on the vegetables on the fields. See, I think they don't need buy the vegetables from the market.
Okay.
Sometimes they buy that.
All right. Do they have any specific requirements if you want to open like a vegetarian restaurant in India or any kind of restaurant? Do the government have specific requirements, or is just like in another country?
India is a very big market. We can't think for the positive or the negative. It depends up to you how you are running at Indian food, Indian vegetable restaurants. It's up to you. because there's a lot of the big competition in the food market.
Okay, very good. So that would be all. Thank you very much for
Welcome.
the interview.
Welcome.
All right, let me